बांग्लादेश के इंटरनेशनल क्राइम्स ट्रिब्यूनल ने साबिक वज़ीर आज़म शेख हसीना वाजिद को इंसानियत के खिलाफ जराइम का मुजरिम करार देते हुए सजाए मौत का हुक्म सुनाया है। जस्टिस मोहम्मद गुलाम मुर्तज़ा की सरबराही में 3 रुकनी ट्रिब्यूनल ने साबिक वज़ीर आज़म शेख हसीना वाजिद के खिलाफ दायर मुकदमात का फैसला सुनाते हुए उन्हें इंसानियत के खिलाफ जराइम का मुजरिम करार दिया और उसमें लोगों को मरवाने, फिर इंसाइटमेंट यानी इनडिस्क्रिमिनेट पावर का इस्तेमाल और मिसयूज ऑफ पावर अथॉरिटी, और फिर उसको उनका जो रूल सारा चलता रहा है, उन्होंने जिस तरीके से ऑपोजिशन की आवाजों को बंद किया, लोगों को एग्जीक्यूट किया, कई
बड़ी जल्दी फैसला आया है, अच्छी बात है। विद इन ईयर ये जिसका है फैसला आया है
बिल्कुल।
और अब ये हसीना वाजिद तो मान नहीं रही, इसको कह रही है मेरे खिलाफ साजिश है, मैं तो इंटरनेशनल कोर्ट ऑफ जस्टिस में जाऊंगी, इधर जाऊंगी उधर जाऊंगी, मैं तो नहीं वापस आती। लेकिन लीगली अगर देखा जाए तो जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट भारत की गवर्नमेंट और बांग्लादेश की गवर्नमेंट के बीच में हुआ है वो है प्रिजनर एक्सचेंज
जी,
ट्रीटी कह लें, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कर लें, जिसकी वजह से जिसमें है कि कोई अगर आपका एक मुल्क का अगर कोई क्रिमिनल है तो दूसरे मुल्क को उसको वापस करना पड़ेगा तो अगर उसको सजा हुई है। तो ये बड़ा एक इम्पोर्टेंट जो है, ये बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट है, इस पे बात करना जरूरी है कि अब भारत क्या करे।
बिल्कुल ऐसे तो हमें ज्वाइन किया है असिस्टेंट न्यूज एडिटर ढाका न्यूज ताजुल इस्लाम साहब ने। ताजुल इस्लाम साहब बहुत शुक्रिया, आपने हमें वक्त दिया। मुझे ये बताइएगा कि क्या सूरत हाल इस वक्त बांग्लादेश में है और ये सज़ा के बाद उनको एग्जीक्यूट करना, इस पर इम्प्लीमेंटेशन तो एक अलग टास्क है और इट्स नॉट इजी टू ब्रिंग अ बैक एंड एग्जीक्यूट हर अकॉर्डिंग टू द कोर्ट वर्डिक्ट।
Right now the environment in Bangladesh is really good, I would say. Everyone was cheering, everyone was celebrating this occasion, like her Sheikh Hasina being sentenced to death. Like we have seen countless photos of people crying because those are the tears of happiness. People are crying. The families of those who were killed brutally last July, they were crying in happiness. But then again, when it comes to the point of execution, it gets a little bit complicated because first of all, in the past 54 years of Bangladesh independence, there are not a single instance where a woman was executed. Exactly. It's just something that never happened in Bangladesh. And Sheikh Hasina, she still has options to file a plea, because the thing is, if she wants to file a plea, she needs to be inside Bangladesh. She is not inside Bangladesh. She is in India, so she's not doing it. And I think what it finally implies is that if Hasina wants to file an appeal against this, she needs to return to Bangladesh, surrender to the court, and then file an appeal. Otherwise, she can just continue to stay in India, and India will continue to shelter her.
She should return, but she won't return. So what kind of pressure are you planning to put on India to make sure that they hand over this criminal back to the government of Bangladesh?
Well, that's something that the people in the government would be able to answer better. But the thing is, as far as I know, there are really not much of an option for Bangladesh right now, because Bangladesh can keep urging India to return Sheikh Hasina, but what ends up happening is if they do not whether they return Hasina or not completely depends on India, because you were talking about that one exchange of prisoners act between the two countries. That also specifically implies that India is not always bound to send the prisoners back to Bangladesh. They are if they believe that that particular prisoner will not face proper justice in Bangladesh, they can refrain from sending the prisoners. That's like one of the clause in that agreement that Bangladesh and India signed.
Taj Islam, tell me something about that. She had a legacy of her father, and at one stage, like, her father was popular over there. She was popular leader. But what went wrong with Sheikh Hasina Wajid? There were no human rights over there, no opposition, like they hadn't got any opportunity to raise their voices, and because of that suffocation, you know, a revolt or a revolution, you know, we have seen over there from the students on the streets.
If you ask me personally, I would say that Sheikh Hasina, over a span of a decade and a half, she got overconfident about how much she can rule the country, because you cannot just even if you are an autocrat, even if you are operating an autocrat regime, you cannot make enemies with everyone. That's what Sheikh Hasina did. Like, protest against her was first, like, took the street. Everyone joined that protest. People from every single political party joined in that protest, and they didn't use their the identities of their political parties. They went to the protest under the banner of Students Against Discrimination, a completely new organization.
And what about her response statements she is giving? Like, she's saying, "I will take revenge," and they are not in a position to, you know, execute me. I'm a popular leader. People will raise voice. They will come on streets. So what about that?
Hasn't happened so far.
Sheikh Hasina keeps saying such stuff online. The page of Awami League and page of Chhatro League, the student wing of Awami League, they keep posting such stuff. But whenever we heard about a lockdown or Awami League recently announced a Dhaka lockdown program, and we went to the street and we didn't see anyone from Awami League. We saw people from BNP, from Jamaat, from the newly formed organization NCP. They were looking for Awami League people because, like, there were some recent arson attacks on Bath. People were throwing petrol bomb and leaving. Some people over
and Jamaat Islamis, like, they were on the receiving end. They were victimized, like they were on the receiving end during her tenure. So it's a sigh of relief for them.
Thank you so much.